Hey guys, today's video is going to be about a full CARS morning routine. This morning routine is going to be the most efficient and feel good routine that you can make a habit out of right when you get up in the morning. CARS stands for Controlled Articular Rotations, and so what that means for the routine is we'll be taking our joints plus our spine and we'll be moving them in their full range of motion. And everything but our spine, that means we're going to be rotating them also. So what this helps with is any inflammation, any stiffness, if you just want to up the energy level in your body. And this is just going to really help maintain the health of your joints, the longevity of it too. First thing we're going to get into is the spine. You're probably used to doing cat-cows, but with spine segmenting, we're kind of just going to be turning those cat-cows into a wave to really teach those vertebrae how to move individually, how to stack individually, and not treating the spine as one big lump. Sound good? So we're going to get on all fours, and we'll start with that spine segmentation. Now, want your hands and knees on the floor, knees slightly wider than your arms. And we're just holding a neutral spine right now. So what I'm going to have you do is don't have any shrugged shoulders while you're doing these. Keep them protracted here so that we can work the spine only and not involve any scapula in there for compensation. So right here, we're going to start with that tailbone. So what I want you to imagine is taking the lowest vertebrae there, right at your tailbone, and we're driving it up to the ceiling. We're trying to achieve the cat version of cat-cow. And travel up to your mid-spine, pushing that through the ceiling, all the way up to your upper spine, and then your neck. So now we are in full flexion here. We're going to go back to extension. Let's start with that tailbone again. I want you to arch that lower back nice and slow as if we're trying to drive the vertebrae down to the floor now. Fully extend that lower spine. Fully extend mid. Travel slowly up your spine. Pushing that chest through to extend the upper spine. And then your neck. Two more here. We're going to start with the neck this time. Tuck that chin, round that neck. Start to draw your upper spine up to the ceiling. Mid-spine. And then your lower back fully flexes. One more time here. Let's start with that lower back again. Extend, arching that lower back. Start to travel up your mid-spine, upper, and then your neck. Feel free to do these as many times as you'd like, as many times as it takes to feel good. When you first start doing these, they might feel a little sticky, and that's totally okay. Just keep doing them and you'll get way better at them. We're going to stand up for the neck and more spine CARS here. So for the neck, I want you to think you're planting your feet into the ground and you're pulling your shoulders down, okay? We don't want any shoulders shrugging while we do these, all right? Keep everything from the shoulders down stiff. Plant the feet, pull the shoulders down, tuck the chin down to your chest. Rotate your chin over to the left, raising your collarbone until your chin reaches your shoulder. Now you're going to drop that ear back to spiral, bringing that chin up to the ceiling for extension. Spiral over, bringing the chin down, back to the middle. Let's go for one more lap. Graze across that collarbone, dropping the ear back to spiral all the way over to the other side. Back down, and we're going to switch directions now. Right shoulder with the chin, dropping the ear, drawing that big circle with the chin all the way to the other side. Back down, one more lap. Spiral. Over to the other side. Back down. Shake it off. So that was neck. We're going to go for a little more spine here. And the way this is going to look, it's going to mimic the neck CARS pretty much exactly. We're going to give ourselves a nice little hug here. You can do it just like this. or like this, whatever feels good. All right, everything from the waist down now is going to be completely locked. That means watch out for any hip shifting, for any pelvis tilting back, for any knees bending, okay? Everything from the waist down, completely stiff. All right, we're just moving that spine. So create a little tension between your arms here, just to lock those shoulder blades into place. Take a deep breath in. Pack that air down into your belly. Squeeze that booty to prevent any hip shifting. And I want you to fold forward. Rotate over to your left. Get a little twist out of that spine. As you spiral your way into extension, back to the middle. Rotate over to the other side. Spiral down. Let's go for one more lap. Turn to the side for these. Just drawing circles with the spine here. Another thing to really watch out for when you're doing these cars is if you're feeling a stretch, that's totally all right. But if you come across a closing angle, meaning if I'm rotating this way, this is my closing angle here. This would be my opening angle where I would feel the stretch. And you feel any sort of pinching, try not to go that deep. Try to go around that area. These are meant to just feel good. You don't want to bring any pain while you're doing these. Like I said, feeling the stretch is fine. That's perfectly what we're looking for. Closing angle pain or pinching, not something we're looking for. Okay? So that was the spine. We're going to go into the shoulder blades, scapula. Okay? So what I want you to do is put your arms out to the side, to right in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Pack that air down. Squeeze that booty. I want you to pull both shoulder blades back as if you're pinching the spine. Pull them both up to your ear now. Try not to bend the elbows at any point. Protract them forward for a punch through, and then pull them back down. Squeeze them back together again. Come on up. Protract. Pull them back down. One more in this direction here. Pull back. Up. Forward. Down. We're going to reverse now. Punch forward. Pull up. Pull them back together. Push them down. Protract. Lift. Retract. Back down. Let's go for one more here, guys. And shake that. The next thing we're going to go for is the shoulder cars, which is going to involve moving that entire arm. So what I want you to do is take a split stance here with me. I want you to imagine you're squeezing the floor together just to create that tension in your lower body so we're not compensating and shifting around with it. Okay? So we're going to work on this outside arm here. This free arm can either lock out in front of you, right here, your rib cage or here, or it can be behind you. Either way, try to block it so that it doesn't allow you to shift that spine up here while you're doing these. For me, I like to place it back here. Just take a deep breath in, pack that air down, squeeze the floor, and I want your palm to be facing forward. We're going to start lifting that up to the ceiling. Feel that shoulder stop. Try not to punch your rib cage through to gain more shoulder flexion. Keep that tucked in. Now from here, I want you to turn that thumb in, rotating that bicep inward, and swim back to your highest point back here until that palm is facing away from you at your thigh. We're going to reverse that. Lead with that thumb, pushing back into extension. Here you want to watch out for rounding that spine and get more shoulder extension. Extend. Rotate that bicep out, making that big circle. Bicep to ear. Palm facing the ceiling as we bring it back to starting position. One more round here. Keep that belly packed. Keep that arm squeezed. Rotate. Swimming back here. Reverse. Biggest circle here. And over to the other side. I'm going to do that with this one. Take a deep breath in. Pack that air down. Palm facing forward. Flex that shoulder. Keep that tension in the rest of your body. Rotate the bicep in as we swim back. Back to your thigh. Reverse. Open up. Biggest circle here. Bicep to ear. Palm faces forward, comes back down. One more lap. Flex that shoulder. Rotate internally and swim back. Extend. Rotate externally. Biggest circle here. Beautiful. We're going to go over the elbows now. What I want you to do is plant them right at your rib cage and flex those biceps. Here, we're going to try to just keep stiff arms, okay? So feel that squeeze here. Radiate that tension in your arms. Fully flexed here, we're going to rotate the thumbs fully out and push down. Rotate that forearm and the thumbs in. Make sure that elbow pit is constantly facing forward. You don't want to use your shoulders here and turn that elbow pit in. Okay, this is just forearm rotations. Pull back up. Rotate out. Push down. Rotate in. Pull back up. Keep them rotated in. We're going to push down. Rotate out. Pull back up. Rotate in and extend one last time. Stop halfway. We're going to go for wrist cars. Now what I want you to do is face those forearms up to the ceiling. And I want you to pretend like you're holding 2 glasses of wine on them. And you are trying your hardest not to drop them, meaning don't let those forearms turn in, okay? Now, hold those glasses and let's bring those pinkies in together. Let's draw the palms down facing me. Thumbs out, fight forward here, pull back in. One more lap in this direction. Fight not to drop those glasses. And let's reverse. Thumbs out, draw them down, pinkies together, flex, and rest. All right, next thing we're gonna go into is hip cars. Now we're doing these all standing, right? Standing is pretty much gonna be the easiest way to learn these cars, because once you've learned them standing, you can apply it to wherever you're seated, laying, anything like that. This helps bring a lot of awareness throughout your body. Nothing is blocked here. There's no high amount of tension. You're just learning about your body, right? So if you can balance on one leg, great. If not, you can place your hand on the wall. And we're gonna start with this outside leg here. So, like I said earlier, we are trying to cover every joint's full range of motion, meaning we're trying to cover everything it can do, right? So with this leg here, I want you to bend that knee, get on your toes. Rotate that knee inward so that we adduct that hip. Stay packed, stay strong. And we're gonna take it across our other leg until my heel clears my shin. Once it does, I'm going to externally rotate some more, as much as I can, as I flex that hip. Now when you're flexing, try not to round your spine to get it up higher. Keep your spine tall. This is strictly hip. Once you max out here, abduct here. Try not to take this hip with you. Max out there. And then try to keep that same knee level the whole time as you spiral that foot behind you. You can feel that cramp line here, I bet. Push back. Try not to push with the spine. Back to starting position. If you felt any cramp lines, that is absolutely okay. You are working your end range of that joint. Let's reverse. Push back. Squeeze the booty, squeeze the hamstring here. And let's abduct out to the side. Max out. And then spiral that foot back under as we bring it back to the middle. Externally rotate back to how we started. Okay? We're going to go for one more round here. All right, take a deep breath in. Pack that air down. Get strong. Bring that knee inward. Clear your shin. Rotate that thigh out as you're lifting it, so squeeze in that hip flexor. Now max out abduction. Keep that hip here. Spiral as you extend. Let's extend again. Abduct, spiral, back to your starting position. Beautiful. Let's cover that other leg. On your toes, adduct that hip, so pushing it inward. Start to lift, clear that shin, lift the hip, abduct all the way out to the side, not taking this hip. Spiral that foot behind you as we extend back. Extend again. Abduct. Spiral. Beautiful. Let's go one more time. Stay strong. Abduct. Spiral. Push. Bring it back to starting position. Hip only here, guys. Nice. So next thing we're going to go into is the knee cars. And for that, you can stay standing. All right? So back to that other leg. What I'm going to do is just lift my leg up here just a bit. Okay? Just enough to keep that knee bent here from when I start. And for some people, you might need to do just a couple reps before you can find your knee rotation, because a lot of us don't know that our knee even rotates, right? But rotation is actually its foundation here. So it needs to have rotation before it can flex and extend. But we're going to combine all four components here: the extension, flexion, and the rotation for the knee. All right, so lock your shin and your heel together, moving as one. All right, so you're going to feel that tension in your shin right now. So try to find that external and internal rotation of your knee. Can you feel it yet? Like I said, it might take a couple reps. And that's totally okay. If you've already felt it, keep doing the rotation. So once you find it here, let's externally rotate that knee. Extend. We're not going to lock out. We're going to keep it slightly bent here, all right? Internally rotate that knee and flex. Externally rotate, extend. Internally rotate, flex. Keep it internally rotated. Let's extend. Externally rotate, flex. Internally rotate and extend. Now let's bring that leg all the way into extension. We're going to go right into those ankle cars for this leg. So here you were trying not to let your shin step in, or your hips, when we do these. So if I'm doing these ankle cars, I don't want my hip rotating as well. All right, everything is frozen, only the ankle's moving. All right, so let's pull those toes back, tilt it inward, draw that nice big circle 2 times. Think 1 mile an hour. Try not to skip. Try not to slow down. And then switch directions. For 2 reps. Let's go over to the other leg for knee cars. Lift that leg here a bit. Find your knee rotation, external and internal. You'll feel the back of your knee tense up when you know you're doing this correctly. Let's externally rotate and extend. Don't lock out. Internally rotate, flex. Externally rotate, extend. Internally rotate, flex. Keep it internally rotate and extend. Externally rotate, flex. Internally rotate, extend. One more here, flex. Beautiful. And keep that leg locked out for the ankle cars. So pull those toes back, keep everything trapped. Tilt it in, draw 2 nice big circles in this direction, and then 2 in the other direction. Beautiful. Very last thing here is toe cars. Yes, there are toe cars. Big toe movement is important, especially if you're a runner or if you like to use your feet, right? So I want you to plant the last 4 toes into the ground as we lift the big toes up. Bring them back down. Plant the last 4, lift the big toes up again. Bring them back down. One more time. Now we're doing the opposite, pressing the big toes down, lifting the last 4. Bring them down 2 more times. Now lift all 5 and drop only the big toes and lift. Big toes and lift. Big toes and lift. Now drop only the last 4. Woo, now it's lift and lift. Drop the last 4. Lift. Drop them again. Lift. Now spread them all as you drop the pinky toe first, then the second, third, fourth big toe. Lift them all up again. Extend. Drop the last 4, 2, 3. One more time. Spread. One at a time. They come down. Beautiful. Guys, that was the full body cars routine. I highly suggest you follow this routine every day. Like I said, to keep your joints healthy and to maintain the awareness of your range of motion, right? So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed.